Hey guys, welcome back to I Got the Recipe for You. Today I am making a honey cake, which is courtesy of Preppy Kitchen. Okay, first for our ingredients, we have 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I'm using 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I have 1/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. I have 1/4 teaspoon of ground allspice. I have, whoops, I forgot my baking soda. Okay, I've got 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 cup of room temperature salted butter. I have salted butter. Now, if you're going to use unsalted butter, use 1/2 teaspoon of salt. But because my butter is salted, I'm using 1/4. Okay, and I have 1/2 cup of packed light brown sugar. I have 1/3 cup of honey. I have 4 large eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and I have a little over 1/4 cup of chopped walnuts and almonds. Okay, first I'm gonna preheat my oven to 325, and I'm going to lightly toast my nuts. Oops. Okay, my nuts are pretty warm. I'm gonna take them off and I'm gonna let them cool. You don't have to do this step if you don't want to. In the recipe, I don't think he did this, but I decided to go ahead and do it. Okay, if you need a 9-inch cake round, I'm gonna spray my pan with Baker's Joy. You could use oil or, there was a nut there. You could use oil or butter. I'm gonna use Baker's Joy. And I'm gonna put my parchment paper round down and then spray a little bit on top of that, or a lot of it. Okay, so we'll set this to the side until we're ready for it. So I'm gonna start off, I already have my flour in a bowl. I normally sift it. I forgot this time, so we're just gonna go with it. So I'm gonna add my allspice, cinnamon, baking powder, baking soda, and I'm gonna add my salt and move this out of the way before I spill it. And I'm just gonna whisk these together. Now I'm going to add my butter, and I'm going to add in my brown sugar. I'm going to go and mix this for about 3 minutes. Also, I don't remember if I mentioned, but the butter and the eggs need to be room temperature. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my vanilla in now. Okay, I'm going to add my honey in. Here are my eggs, 1 at a time. Okay, and we're gonna bake this at 325 for 20 minutes, and then we're gonna take it out and put the almonds and the walnuts on top. And then we're gonna put it back in the oven and bake it for an additional 20 minutes. Okay, here's my cake, just out of the oven. So it's on my cooling rack. I'm gonna let this cool off, and we'll come back later and take it out. Okay, now that my cake is cooled off, I am going to flip it out of my pan, get rid of my parchment paper. It's a little warm, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it on a plate. All right. Okay, now for this recipe, I believe he drizzles a little bit of honey on the cake when it's served. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to add just a little bit of honey to a bowl. I'm going to get some hot water. Okay, I just added a little hot water to my honey, and I'm going to whisk this. And I'm just going to just brush some of this over the cake. So guys, for this cake, I just wanted to mention that in the video, I didn't mix the cake in order that I planned on doing it. I meant to cream the butter and the sugar, then add in the eggs one at a time and the vanilla, and then add the dry ingredients to the wet.